Hey everyone, Liam here, one half of Birmingham-based food podcast Breaking Bread. Very warm welcome to you. Hope you're all doing okay. 4 or 5 weeks now into this self-isolation thing, and I don't know if it's getting any more normal, but I hope you all are doing okay. Hope you're all coping. This episode today is our second episode of our kind of little Covid-19 Help for Hospitality podcast series. Our first episode, if you go back and listen to the last episode, it was with Michael Buckworth from Buckworth's Law. It's an employment lawyer, corporate lawyer. Told us all about the financial support that's available to businesses at the moment. So if you have a listen to that. Today's episode is with Lewis. He's the creator of a new website. It's called Floc Market. It's basically like a one-stop online marketplace for independent traders who have all got like some amazing produce, and basically instead of having to go separately to all of their websites, if they've got websites, you can just go to this one online marketplace and get it all delivered safely to your door, so no messing around. The reason I kind of wanted to get chatting to Lewis and wanted to hear more about Floc is because over the last kind of month or 5 weeks since this has all been going on, I've got to know Lewis quite well. We've spoken a few times on the phone and been messaging and stuff, and basically I truly believe that he's set this website up because he genuinely believes he can help some of our independent food businesses. He's genuinely a food lover himself. He's always talking about his times down at Digbeth Dining Club and the amazing time he spends in Birmingham's independents and around the Midlands. So I think he genuinely just wants and believes that Floc Market is something that can help a lot of independents out there. And I'm not sure, it's not really bragging, but we're hoping that Floc Market could kind of save a few of them traders who maybe don't have an online outlet at the minute, and that's what we're really hoping, and he really hopes Floc Market can do. So I just thought, this is somebody who genuinely cares. I want to get him on the podcast, and I really believe Floc Market can be of genuine use to a lot of traders. A lot of you independent traders maybe usually pitching up at like farmers markets, Moseley Farmer Market or Kings Norton Farmers Market, and obviously that can't happen at the minute. So Floc is your opportunity to sign up and still be able to send. You might not have an online shop, may not know where to start with an online shop, but Floc is that place where you can go and do that. Unlike a lot of the kind of websites like it and some of the bigger well-known ones that we do mention a few times in the podcast, a lot of these websites, they charge just to be listed on their website, and then they'll charge like a monthly fee or something to be listed as well. The Floc Market doesn't do that. There's no joining fee, there's no listing fee, so really there's just nothing for you to lose as a trader. Just go on the website, and if you make 0 sales, it doesn't cost you anything. So it's another way of getting your brand out there, and it's an opportunity to sell where you might not be selling already. I'm hoping that will be of some help as well. So if you do listen to this episode and you're thinking halfway through, well, this would be really useful for, I don't know, my mate who sells cakes down the market and is currently struggling to set up an online shop. Oh, this would be perfect for him. Well, obviously share this podcast episode with him and let him listen, or let her listen and hear all about what Floc's about. Alternatively, you could be listening thinking, John the other day was only saying he's really struggling to get really good food delivered to his door, so he'd love this. Well, obviously share this podcast episode with him as well and let him have a listen. We just want this to be as much use as possible to as many people as possible. Make sure you get it shared and let as many people hear about Floc Market and what they're about and what they're doing. Just really try to help during these mad times. Yeah, Floc Market's just a great opportunity really for you to support some of them independent traders that we all love, and get awesome food delivered to your door. Hope you enjoy the episode, and hope you go over to Floc's website and go and have a look at some of the awesome traders that are already on there that we'll go through. Ladies and gentlemen, Lewis from Floc Market. Welcome to Lewis and David from Floc. Really, really awesome to have you on the podcast, and hopefully we can find out all about Floc and help a few people out with it. I think it's going to be quite useful to quite a few people. I just how's things? I just want to see how you are, how you're
Yeah,
doing.
no, we're good. We're good. We're both well, and as you know, extremely busy. So we're got lots of people getting in touch with us, which is great. I mean, all of this has only come about sort of over the past 4 weeks, really. So we're sort of every day we're trying to keep up with everybody we're speaking to, and yeah, it's been fun so far.
Yeah, I bet it's been quite the whirlwind. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about you and David and kind of just how you got to this point, really? A little bit about both of yourselves.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we're based over to near to Stourbridge, location wise. We've known each other for nearly 10 years now. So yeah, we're good friends basically, and and yeah, this kind of marketplace has been something that we've been looking at doing for quite a while. But you know the other work we've been doing has been based on takeaways and restaurants. And obviously, with everything sort of closed at the moment, we've decided to obviously launch this marketplace together. So that's let's say pretty much 4 weeks ago when all the announcements came out about all the shops needing to close and everything locally needing to basically lock down. We decided to get straight into action and get this thing started. So yeah, but we've worked together on numerous projects before, different things over the past sort of 9-10 years, and a lot of it's been sort of related to marketing. We've been involved in other industries as well, but we're sort of passionate foodies, so it's always been a sort of intention to do something online, food and drink related. So it's just catapulted us into action, like I say.
You say kind of Flock kind of started as something just a little bit different.
Floc started off as and still is a takeaway platform, which we had been developing, and when sort of the coronavirus hit and closed all the takeaways and restaurants down, we've decided to launch Floc Market to at the moment help all the producers, independents, small traders who are still trying to stay active to continue to sell basically and sell online. With all of their shops closed, the options are fairly limited as to how they can keep trading. So this is where the marketplace steps in to keep them going.
Yeah, because at the minute their options really are they're kind of it's a bit of a mess, really, isn't it? Like every kind of trader has either DM me or send me an email
Yeah,
or go through my web. Like there's no
yeah,
uniform. You still need really not. It's not clear who's still going, who's not.
no,
Who
no, no.
one
It's
week they're doing something, one week they're not.
yeah,
So
yeah. So that's where we hope to clear all that up. And I think the guys that have and they're doing their best. It's just an urgent situation, so they are opening up their emails, direct messages, phone calls, whatever. But they're also trying to manage actually getting stock through, process that, get it off to customers, and then obviously not to mention probably working from home as well. So they've got the kind of family life to balance with all of that. So we're just trying to make life easier for one, and secondly to obviously expose them to not only their own customer base and make it easier for them to order online, but anybody else that sort of spots them through coming through the marketplace. It's just a good way for them to open up their channels to new customers as well.
just for anyone who's listening who might be a trader or thinking of doing home deliveries or they're already doing home deliveries,
Hmm.
just tell us exactly what Flock is and how you could help these
Yeah,
businesses.
yeah. So it's as I mentioned, it is an online marketplace, and people are familiar with marketplaces such as Amazon. So it works in a similar fashion to that, in that obviously that all they would need to do is kind of register with us. At the moment, we're setting up their shops for them. We're putting their products in for them as well. So it's very much done for them at the moment, and we're doing this up until the end of April, just to sort of get as many traders going, because after that they will be able to just get a login, log in themselves, add their own products, put prices in, shipping information. It's really simple to actually kind of go through that process. But as I say, just due to sort of timing of things at the moment, we're sort of giving the helping hand. So And then once they're set up, they're ready to sell. And all the payment gateways are online, so it just makes the whole process completely streamlined for them. So it's just a total kind of no brainer really to get involved.
And obviously, Uber Eats, Deliveroo, all of them, they kind of get a bit famous for the fact that they charge like extortionate rates. What about your rates? Are they
Yeah, I
less?
mean, I mean, obviously that's they're obviously serving the takeaway market. So there is some crossover there, but in general, their rates are at the sort of the higher end of the scale. But in terms of the people we're going with, say, sort of producers, independents, be it coffee makers, cheese makers, wine merchants, etc. So our rates are in at sort of 10%, and then there's a 2% transaction fee. So in total, it's just 12% on an order. And obviously for that, there's all the access they get through the marketplace, the customer base that brings, and obviously all the tools for managing that as well. So it's a really fair way to do it. And yeah, so we've had such a strong and positive response so far. So it's been really encouraging.
Do the traders get like their own profile on your page, and do they get to manage it, or do you manage it? Like, who does the listing?
Yeah, they do. They get their own, so they'll feature in the wider sort of marketplace as a whole. They also get their own shop. So obviously, any of their sort of existing customer base, they can direct them directly to their own shop. Put the link on social media on their own website as well. But as I say, they do also feature across the marketplace. So as I say, there's more than every chance that general visitors to the site looking at other things, perhaps that's not that particular vendor's trade, will come across them as well. So it's a good sort of way to expose yourself to different customers in different areas, looking for different things. So, but yeah, they do get their own shop and they do get their own login. So it's fully managed by them, and we're just there to kind of facilitate and help them along at the moment.
Brilliant. That's helpful as well. I don't suppose you have any kind of tips for them to kind of optimize their listing that might help them out.
I think the biggest tip is, we're going to make it, and it is a visual platform. So I think that the biggest tip I could throw out there is just have as good quality images as possible on the listing. So with all this time, I'm sure people can dust off their cameras or use their iPhones to get even better images of their food, because obviously we all eat with our eyes. So yeah, I think that's the biggest tip: have good images. And I think there's a lot of people at home at the moment looking for put together, treats, things boxed up all together, different ideas for different times of the day and stuff like that. So there's yeah, and we're there to throw plenty of ideas out there, and already we've been speaking to vendors and giving them little ideas and different things that we're noticing. That their profiles are very image based. So yeah, I'd say good images is the key.
It's kind of flipped on its head. Like, years ago it was, oh, don't put any pictures on menus. It looks tacky. We all
Hmm.
thought of the old tacky Weatherspoons menus and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But it's kind of flipped now, and I think a lot of people still don't realize, especially not just on Flock, but on wherever you may use as your outlet. Images are really important now.
they are.
Really important.
Yeah. I think we're all used to. I think the social media factor um, has driven that, and I think we're
Oh
all
yeah, Instagram.
yeah.
Instagram's for food basically now,
It
isn't it?
is.
Really.
It is. Yeah. So you can easily sort of look for inspiration on there and get ideas as to kind of what looks good, food wise. But that's why it's such a popular platform, though, is because that people do like to see the food, or drinks, before they buy. So I think that'll be a big benefit, like I say, to the marketplace, in that there'll be lots and lots of different things to have a look at, keep people engaged and interested.
I'm not sure if it was Oaxaca or someone in London, but if you dine in a restaurant, there's actually a little bit on the menu when you're in the restaurant that says, "Head over to our menu page on Instagram." They've got a separate Instagram account,
Mm.
and it's just for their menu,
Oh, right.
and it's
Okay.
just pictures of every dish on the menu.
That's a
Like,
really, yeah, it's a really good idea. I mean, we had,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, I mean, going back years ago, one of our first sort of food ideas, app wise at that time was exactly that. It was purely sort of food pictures linked to restaurants menus at that time. So and that was to the, when QR codes and things like that were coming about. Again, it was for that kind of same reason that you would look at a sort of text menu and you'd think, that sounds good. What does that look like? And obviously, it's only until you sort of order it that you kind of see what comes out in a restaurant. But as I say, with the invention of things like Instagram and particularly in the food industry as a whole, they've adopted that and kind of used it to kind of showcase how their food looks. And I do think that it definitely sways people to dine out usually, or in this case, obviously order online.
Oh, 100%. I'll tell you what, as well, I think, if anyone's listening and they're a bit daunted, maybe they've got a rubbish smartphone or
Mm,
they're not into cameras and stuff. They're probably already selling their products. So, like, I don't know if they're selling brownies, maybe they've already sold and delivered a load of brownies.
yeah.
And your customers are probably one of your customers at least, has probably took a brilliant picture of it and put it on Insta. I
Yeah,
bet if
there's
you,
there's there's every chance. There's every chance. You and I obviously spend a fair bit of time on social, keeping in touch with all of these things. So you do see a lot of customers kind of proudly taking pictures of their brownie box, or whatever's kind of come through the
yeah.
mail. So
But
yes,
I was just thinking it's a good opportunity if you're not very good with a photo yourself,
mm,
why not just send them a little DM, that customer, and say, "Hey, I really love that photo. Any chance I could use that photo?" And I'm nearly 100% that most
yeah,
people and most customers will say, "Yeah, use away. That's perfect.
yeah, of
Fine.
course,
Just
because
drop my name if you can or something."
yeah, I mean, because they're usually as well kind of, if they've ordered, especially from a kind of a specialist seller of something, they're usually a fan of that particular product or seller. So they're only too happy to help. Whether that's with an image or a review, or what have you. So yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So we've kind of spoke a little bit about how it benefits the traders.
Hmm.
So what can the customers look forward to on Flock?
Yeah, well, they're the kind of lucky ones, really. As much as the traders will obviously benefit, hugely from the exposure and the sales side. I'm already excited myself, even though I'm on this side of things, to get ordering some of the stuff that we're already seeing come through some of the sellers. It's very early days, but we've already got some really really interesting sellers with some pretty tasty food. So I think that from a customer point of view, they're going to be able to order things that are just not easily accessible, online. I mean, some of the sellers, like I say, haven't got any means of online sales at all. This will bring those guys out there, and from a customer point of view, they'll just start to discover suppliers, traders, makers that just usually wouldn't be visible to them. And in the past, perhaps have never had the opportunity to order online with them either. So it's pretty exciting to see, some of the produce that's actually out there. You're very exposed sort of week to week, usually with sort of supermarket food, but we're already dealing with quite an array of different products, from things like cookie dough. There's some really nice brownies, salami, wines, cheeses. So there's a lot of tasty food that people are going to discover. So I'm pretty excited to see, as more and more sellers come along, sort of how people react to all of these options.
Can you drop any names or?
Yeah. There's a few that's been dropped on social media. So we've got Birmingham's own Yodo, who have been at the Digbeth Dining Club before, and so that we're going to have some of their cookie dough on there. We've got a company called Curds and Whey, who are sort of selling online for the first time, and they've got some really nice cheeses from what we can see, and sure to taste in the near future. And even further afield, we've got a company, a sort of brewery coming on from Bristol, and they sort of specialize in Belgian beers. So there's two or three really good names from Shropshire as well, where I've lived before, so I know quite a few of the producers over there from just sort of buying from them in the past, I should say. So yeah, it's it's really shaping, considering we're sort of not yet live, and it's been really good to see the response. So I think people do already kind of get the concept, and they get the kind of benefit of being on a sort of wider marketplace in the same way as if they were running a market stall, perhaps at like a farmer's market. The benefit is that it draws all kinds of people, footfall wise, and that's the same effect that we'll have with an online marketplace.
Oh, that's cool. So it's not just Birmingham based either. It's
No,
can
no, well, we didn't know a couple of weeks ago when this sort of first kicked off, and we decided to get cracking with this. We didn't know how far and wide this would be sort of received. So obviously we wanted to help our sort of most local producers and independents. But just through the power of social media, as I say, there's places from Worcestershire, Warwickshire, Shropshire, a lot of the home counties, Bristol, I'd say, the furthest so far. But we sort of won't be surprised when places from further afield as well, and it is online. So we're sort of fully open to the sort of wider regions. And we're obviously going to push our local guys as much as we can as well.
what was it that made you want to do this?
Um, as I say, partly it's been a sort of long held sort of background idea, but the sort of main reason was to help all of these guys. We're regulars to buying a lot of this stuff ourselves, going to independent coffee shops and buying their beans, and trying to shop in local farmers shops, and we just like to buy as best quality as possible. So it was just a direct way to get to help them. And from a sort of selfish point of view, we've never been able to have this sort of set of options to us in one marketplace ourselves. So as I say, we're pretty excited to place orders ourselves for some of the stuff that customers are going to be able to get hold of.
Yeah, it's mega exciting for me because I'm missing, like, even just use the example of a market. I'm missing going to the old farmers market down in Moseley or Kings Heath.
Yeah, yeah,
And now's the chance where I can just go to one place. I don't have to scoot around social
yeah.
media
You're
and
going to be skint though.
see
That
who's
is the
going.
thing.
Gosh, nothing changes there.
Honestly, like I say, there's so many that pretty much, well no, every not pretty much every vendor so far that we're sort of registering, we're already planning to place our own orders with. So it's yeah, it's great. It's good to see. It's good to see them all jumping on board with it, and as I say, that they're all doing something of high quality, and yeah, I think people are going to love it.
Are you still on the lookout for traders or?
Yeah, we are. I mean, we've only just started that process. Some of which we're directly contacting. Others are just getting in touch with us through social media, direct message, and some of the initial um, traders that will be featured on the Floc market. They also know other traders, and naturally they want to help them as well. So some of the ones that are getting in touch are getting through other traders. So we're just trying to reach out to as many as we can, and get the word out. We've got a press release going out at the moment as well, so hopefully that will reach the right people. But we're just hyperactive on social media, because it is genuinely something that can help them, not only through this sort of sticky patch over the coming months and hopefully keep them busy and thriving. But well beyond that, this thing will continue to grow beyond the shutdown.
Which is the best way to get hold of you? Is it through Insta DM or?
Yeah, at the moment we're really active on Instagram and Twitter. So either or, we're approachable. They can direct message us. They can email us. Our email's info@floc-market.co.uk, so they can come directly to us. And then from there we can just quickly understand what they're trying to sell, where it kind of fits within the marketplace. And as I said, at the moment we're getting them set up with shops as well, during April. So it's a good time during this launch that we can fully sort of walk them through the process.
Well, I'll definitely put all the links, obviously, as usual, in the show notes. And anyone who wants to do that, just go and have a look at that. Do you curate who you're taking on as a trader, or is it like?
No, it's not a curated process. There are other websites out there that sort of do that. So it's not a sort of an exclusive club by any means. There's all kinds of traders at different sort of different positions, from smaller kind of street food size traders to long established kind of, but still independent businesses. So we won't sort of kind of discriminate on traders. It's just got to fit within the kind of the realms of the platform, really, and ultimately give the customers kind of what they want.
How does the delivery work? Is it just through them, or
Yeah,
is it down to the trader?
Yeah, delivery-wise, for the moment, we're sort of, to make it as simple as possible, we're leaving that with the trader. A lot of them have got existing sort of delivery means, whether that's through sort of local couriers. Some of them are delivering within a radius themselves, which is more than possible with the marketplace. And also some of them are delivering sort of nationally as well. So that's sort of Royal Mail, DPD, whoever. So yeah, it's fully up to them at the moment how they go about that. And then ongoing, we'll try our best to support with additional options and bring things in to make that process as slick and easy as possible.
Obviously, this fits perfectly with the whole kind of lockdown and corona situation that we're in now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of why you got it started and out there so quickly, or?
Yeah, it is. I mean, but the main focus was on the independence, because we immediately realised, as everyone else did, that everything is going to be shut, physically shut. So we can't go to the farmers market, can't go to the farm shops, can't buy from the independents, can't go to the Digbeth Dining Club and any of these kind of places. So our only option, we felt, was to sort of quickly launch something, which probably would have took usually months to kind of fully pull together. But I think, like everybody else, we've been reacting at sort of double quick time, and pulled it together in 4 weeks. And on top of that, again, from a customer point of view, I think everybody is looking for things to keep themselves entertained, and also, we were all spending a lot more time cooking for ourselves and generally sort of indulging a little bit at times as well. So I think from that point of view, it was just a good time to release it to customers as well. But as I say, our focus is on making sure that the vendors out there keep trading, so that we've got them still when all of this hopefully sort of passes over the next few months.
Where do you see it going once lockdown's all over? Do you think it's going to carry on, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is just the beginning of it. I mean, we've already got sort of ideas of where this needs to go, sort of from a technology point of view as well. But
Where do you see it going?
uh, well, we'll sort of keep certain details under wraps, but certainly, develop more tools to help sort of vendors sort of onboard, super quick. As I say, it's already very easy anyway, but the easier we can make it on those guys, the better for them, and obviously get them paid, as quickly as possible as well, to keep their cash flow going. And from a customer point of view, just continually just improving how they find new items, giving them new ways to discover things, new shops to discover. Yeah, just keeping it fun, keeping it exciting. It's not a supermarket. It's not boring. It's not necessarily for just the essentials. Our main focus is on keeping it interested, and like I say, keeping vendors busy.
I think an app would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? A little app.
Yeah, no, it's definitely in the pipeline. Obviously, we need to kind of get things live generally at the moment, but as soon as things kind of settle down over the next few weeks, we've got some thoughts on that, and naturally, everybody likes to have an app on their phone that they can just pop into and have a browse and see what they fancy.
I can just see my wallet emptying right now of all the things I'm going to
Yeah,
buy.
you and everyone else.
Anything else you wanted to add, or?
So I'm just looking down my notes of anything that we've kind of want to put out there. No, I think we've covered it. I think we've sort of covered the both kind of sides of the coin, different information for vendors, obviously sort of what's in it for customers. Yeah. So I think nice and concise.
Yeah, so this goes live obviously Friday. That's tomorrow. I have
Yeah.
no idea what day it is because I'm just lost. The 17th.
Yeah, so it's a seven. Yeah, Friday the 17th. It genuinely is all go. Everything from development to setting up shops to obviously lots of social media interaction. emails coming through, and now obviously the media stuff. So it's all good, all
Awesome.
good fun.
Well, I'm really glad we did this, and I'm really, really excited about the whole kind of concept, really, not just from the point of view that I can't wait to order because I've seen some of the try like pips. I can't
Mm,
wait to get my pips.
yeah,
And curds and whey are brilliant.
yeah,
So
yeah,
from that point of view, I'm really looking forward to it. And I just really love that I get the feeling you genuinely wanted to help these traders
hundred
as
percent.
much as like the rest of us did.
Yeah, 100%. And I think everybody who is genuinely trying to help the traders are trying to buy from them. And including ourselves, just ordered some Yorks, coffee beans and whatnot. So as well as still ordering from the few restaurants that are serving. So it's they are genuinely still trying to survive despite the sort of government help that's taking some time. So yeah, meantime they've cash is important to them. So I think this will immediately, pretty much overnight, give them a channel to start sort of pushing their customers to place orders with them. It just makes it a heck of a lot easier. And as I said, with the upcoming plans for it, it will only get better.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah,
Really
good.
love it. Thanks very much, Lewis. Thanks for this.
You're welcome.
All right, take care,
Yeah.
buddy.
Cheers. Thanks, Liam.